What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy 8-Bit. We are back at y'all with a brand new video. You see the title, you see the thumbnail, so you know what we are here to do. Oh, did my phone turn itself off or something? Oh, that was wild. All right, we'll get everything plugged up and ready to go. Check a few things right quick. And matter of fact, we'll get some music going while I get everything straightened out. All right, I do believe we are ready to go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the delay. Trying to rebuild with a little bit of new stuff and a little bit of old stuff mixed in. So and evolve this thing a little bit. We did pick those up and make a little bit of progress off stream on this thing. Why not? Probably should have thrown a leadership in there, but I don't think this is going to be terribly difficult. Could have just ran it as is, honestly. And we'll take the Spider Gwen path, and then we'll come back for Hulk. Am I out of tickets? Yes, I am. So that ran through those right quickly. But yeah, in case you guys are wondering how we will be able to tier 4 Adam Warlock so quickly, we did not go and buy any packs, but we did take advantage of the reset in zombie survival, as you can see here. And we were pretty good on Carbo. We just were lacking the soul of the Faltine. So, yeah. And I believe we needed like 500 or something like that. So we were able to pick up 300 there. And I don't think we got the one from Otherworld Battle. It's still there, but we did get the one from Team Battle Arena, I do believe. Yeah, So it was that 300. I believe what was left out of GBR. Oh, and we picked up a bunch of chests from the thing. It just ended the rank battle. Yeah. So we picked up a bunch from there. We were able to put up 7 million with Hulk, with no obelisk, no CTP, none of that. So, and I do believe he still has nothing. Yeah. Yeah. So just to give you an idea of what you can do with Incredible Hulk, that's actually impressive, honestly. So yeah, I'd probably, like, if you gave Hulk a go in World Boss early on and you weren't too impressed, I think some of the patches and stuff that they came out with, and I'll go check here on the bug fixes in a minute to see if there was anything for Incredible Hulk in there. And if there was, then I guess my advice would be, hey, go revisit that. And I mean, we got Black Widow as the striker, so it wasn't a bunch of Miles Morales stuff. This is the same old build that I had. And actually, I think I missed all but one of the procs or something like that, or all but one of the oh, that's nasty. Yeah, I think I missed all but one of the roars the last time. And I probably wasn't playing Hulk particularly well. He actually plays the exact same as Titan Hulk. If any of you guys are wondering, keep the 1 and the 2 because the cancel is coming. There's 7 million. Almost 7.2. So, yeah. I mean, pretty much damn close to identical. And that's without an obelisk. So, absolutely nuts. Like bonkers. And that's with no support, no lead, no nothing. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Do I have anybody that buffs HP? Cap's lead, yeah. I'm in desperate need of support characters. Yeah, ignore dodge will help a little bit. I want to see if he can clear this without anything at all. Just good old cap lead. Try and boost his attack as much as possible. If he does, it's going to be close. You know what? I want to try something else. Let's see if that helps him. Let's see if that helps him out. That significantly increases his HP, especially when those HP procs get to procking. I don't necessarily know if this is faster or slower. Okay, it took him a minute to do 9 bars, 10 bars. Okay, 12 bars in 1 minute. Ooh. If I did not switch. Yes, I know I did damage with cap, but considering he has a PvP build, that was very negligible. Okay. Almost 2 minutes for the first phase to be completed. But very much behind schedule at 40 bars. 37 at 3 minutes. Still 4 bars over the limit at the halfway point and got clapped up. So yeah, probably not gonna be able to get that done. Maybe with a little more HP. And do keep in mind this card set is significantly less Pierce. It's only 19% as opposed to 25%. The HP is comparable at 52 to 58%, but I get those 3 additional HP procs, so I was kind of banking on that to kind of make up the difference. But the only way it's going to be a boost is if the Pierce is within enough. Yeah, so kind of out of my range for right now without slapping something on this guy. Total instinct 3740, and instinct attack 15803. See, this is what I was saying. Like, when you compare his instinct, say, versus somebody that we know is a certified hard hitter at his level, well, she's got 20k instinct, but if we investigate where a lot of that's coming from, if you go to gears, we know that that's just dealing with the character's base kit. So what she's really dealing with is 5,491. Everything else is either coming from what is it? Swords. The shield archive is a bulk of it. Emblems is another pretty good sizable amount, right? And to be honest, I kind of don't understand it because the numbers don't add up. I mean, that's saying 20k, but you know, 19 and was it 28 plus 600, you know, almost 700 plus 5k, that doesn't equal 20k. So I'm kind of lost on that. But then if you look at the total instinct, it's much lower than Hulk, right? And she has also a 5-star artifact, whereas Hulk only has a 4-star artifact. So if you look at things in that context, she has a brilliant CTP, Hulk doesn't. I mean, when it comes down to the comp, I don't know. Like, he's rocking decreased pierce damage received, and he could be rocking something much, much stronger. Like, for him, what I would want would be something like increased concentration. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, let's try rolling for that once or twice. Hey, nice. So he's got 2,500 coming from the sword, 16, nothing coming from the agent, 590 coming from that way. So where's the difference? That's what I'm wondering, right? So they got some cleaning up to do with this whole instinct thing. But then I was also wanting to throw this competition on my guy and see what he can do with it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's not a terrible roll, so we'll go ahead and rock with it. If you notice, some of my strikers, it's like, well, why are you using it? It's for the funny of it, right? Sun's getting pretty low, big guy. You know what I mean? So don't hold me. You know what I mean? And honestly, I should probably be using Ghost Rider instead. Yeah. And let's try that again. Much better, but not as good as I thought it was gonna be, honestly. So they basically made Hulk a one-trick pony in this uniform. That kind of sucks, actually, because the skill animations are good, and just to make him an ABX ABL character. I really thought I was gonna be able to come in here with Hulk and get my lick back. He's still upset about that Infinity War ass whooping. It don't matter which version of oh, hold on. Calm down, sir. Calm down. Hmm. better break it up. Act like I won't jump on the combo the other way. And we'll do it again. Ooh. Oh, yeah. He sure wanting to trade blows with you, isn't he? And he actually got him with a $1.24 left, so yeah, I must say, I'm not terribly impressed. I do think they gave Hulk the short end of the stick. Yeah. Where are all my lightning damage strikers? I didn't use them. And why is wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, this should have been empty. As well as that. Okay, I should have some lightning damage strikers in here some damn where. There's my flame guys. Okay, there's a few of them. There they go, there they go. Yeah, we use them all up. Go on and let Storm do her thing. Of course, being hindered by lack of supports does not help none of my characters really at this point, so we definitely need to join the party of tier 4 and some supports. Yeah, call your papa. and get it too. Oh, nice. 58 life seed. That's a nice drop. Yeah, let me not have to look for him and just call him out there. One thing. One thing. All right. What I think about Black Cat as a support, she's fucking amazing. She's been amazing for a long time now. She was amazing in the old seasonal outfit. Now with this new outfit, they just gave her some added versatility. So, people will go, well, you don't really need the seasonal outfit anymore. I would tend to disagree because in the case that you need a speed villain support, she's still going to be viable in that capacity. And that's never really going to lose value, right? Unless she gets another villain support based uniform that also makes her like a DPS or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Because even if they say they give her a villain outfit, but it makes her a DPS, but takes away her support value, but she's still maybe a good self-buffing lead or something, well, that's something else entirely. So the support value would still be there for the other uniform in a sense. You know what I mean? May not be as prevalent. And then you could make the argument, well, if she's a good DPS, then why would you use her as a support? Because damage wanes, but supports last forever. Supports last, well, maybe not forever, but at least much longer in a lot of cases than a DPS. I mean, you look at any of them. Look at how long we used that white fox uniform, or the black cat uniform before we got, replacements for those. So now with white fox, that's different. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't really do much. Was it 20% R resistance, 65, 30 for the Kamiho stance? That still applies to her. That's roughly the same. They may have increased it a touch, something like that. 25% all attack, 10, 30. This one's 15, 10, 30. So they increased the uniform passive. And they added the all resistance to the Kamiho stance, right? The artifact really doesn't change, and it only applies to herself anyway. So yeah, I mean, so you can make that argument for the winter suit for her, but for Black Cat, not so much. I mean, that old uniform, it still holds value. Yep. Yeah, she's kind of on my list. Um, as far as supports to tier 4 early on. She's definitely one for me to look at. Her, White Fox, of course, Nick Fury. I mean, I already have CTPs on them. I already have a Brilliant Liberation on Fury. I already have a Mighty Liberation on Black Cat. You know, outside of that, somebody like Dazzler or Jeff or one of them would kind of be nice. If I'm banking on Polaris becoming some sort of DPS at some point, tier 4ing her would be a smart move. Another 50 life seed. Man. Cleaning up. So the additional runs will not count. We've already checked into that. We checked into that last live if you were here. So we are going to have to wait until tomorrow for the joint, but we can at least get our spin in. And yeah, I could have went for the BAM, honestly. BAM, why not the tier 3 materials? Of course the tier 4 materials. Of course the tier 4 materials. But you know, the roll wasn't on that side. It was closer to the tier 2 stuff. So out of that, what I need right now is BAM. Mm, hmm. Okay. Ah, somebody got a rift open. Appreciate it. Let me go and partake. Let's crunch down a few inventory spots and then we'll jump on in there. That should have cleared up 100 or close. And we'll jump into this and ride out. And when we come back, we will tier 4 my guy Adam Warlock. Yeah, we'll go from there. Just got a 5-star artifact. Which one? For Black Cat? That's actually pretty dope. That's actually pretty dope. Yes, sir. 5-star artifact for Black Cat already. Already, my G. Actually fucking dope. Because her artifact is a support artifact, isn't it? It's not like White Fox. Can you imagine if they gave White Fox a support artifact also? That would be freaking nuts. I tell you who's really good that a lot of people sleep on. And it sucks because she has a seasonal support uni as well. Is Zatanna. That support uniform for her, it actually makes her really, really, really good for Mephisto. Or any flame type, really. Like, she's right up there with Ghost Panther. I wouldn't say that she's better, but she's really fucking good. And the good thing about her is she's a free to play character. The bad thing is it's a support uni, but you can kind of take solace in the fact that the lead is still there. It's the exact same. The only difference is you won't have the added support value of the uniform, but you can still pick up the artifact. So if you're looking for like a free to play flame type character that offers a decent amount of support, if you get your hands on a pretty good Zatanna artifact, I would say her. You can always go pick up the seasonal uniform at some point. And then Red Hulk. Red Hulk is a really good option. So yeah. What the heck? It's the same shit I was doing last time. Let me see here. What the hell? I'm trying to clean this up, fellas. I think that helped. I think that helped. Yeah, that should go away here in a second. There we go. Sorry about that, fellas. Anyway, let's get caught up with the chat. Pain in the Night, Old Man Logan, Zombie Sabretooth, Zombie Juggernaut. Who's first? Zombie Sabretooth would look sick. Zombie Juggernaut would probably go pretty quick. Because it's probably not as much detail, like, because you got all the crimson stuff. You know, you could work in, like, if there's some crevices and cracks in there where you can kind of work in shading and shadowing and coloration and this sort of stuff, a bleed through effect, that, you know what I mean? But I feel like he'd be the most straightforward out of the bunch. You'd probably want to save Wolverine for last because he's probably going to be your favorite. But, you know, it's up to you. I figure that Sabretooth would probably be the sickest looking one. But then it's Old Man Logan too. So, I don't know. Got a 6-star Red Hulk and a 3-star Zatanna. Yeah. And then I'll tell you who else too whenever they decide to give her an update. But Betty Ross, Red She-Hulk, whenever they decide to give her an update in a tier 4, she'll be a pretty good flame support, lead support sort of situation. Lord knows we have enough flame types in the game. I also want to see what they're gonna do for Clea, but that's not gonna be until Doctor Strange gets his next movie. So then we'll see something for Clea, Dormammu, and all of that bunch. Wong, Doctor Strange will probably get something. If they decide to bring Baron Mordo back in some sort of way, then, you know, maybe we get something for him. Maybe we get something for Caecilius. Talk about just thrown in the game and forgot about. Like, it's so many of those guys. And that's why I'm not really, you know, me and Jack were talking earlier today about content ideas and shit like that. And we bounce a lot of that sort of stuff off of each other when we talking about, like, you know, what sort of stuff to bring you guys and what topics to talk about and this sort of stuff, right? Because that's my bro. So got a few content ideas actually coming in the near future, so keep an eye out for that as well. One of them, I think you guys are really gonna. I got to do a little more research, and I might script that one out a little bit more than normal. Because normally I just freeball a lot of this stuff. Because, you know, we always on some get us some booklets. So we pretty much me and Angry Jackass. We pretty much. Treasy 817, same cat. We pretty much when it comes down to the knowledge based stuff, we're pretty versed. But on this one, I kind of wanna script it out a little bit more than usual. So I'm gonna work on that for the next couple of days so I can bring that to you guys next time we stream. Maybe not the next time. We'll probably do one more before that. Or maybe after, because I think I can script this one pretty quick. And the next one I kind of want to have a bunch of ducks in a row because we're going to talk about the acolytes as well. So, you know, make sure y'all come back and check that out also. And we'll do a sort of more deep dive into epic quest ideas and this sort of stuff. So we will definitely keep the content coming. Because the thing is, I don't just want to put out slop videos either. That's kind of why I tend to live stream more than anything also. mean, I could just jump in and well, I'm actually not in a position right now where I can do that because I'm having some difficulties making videos, but the way I see it, I tell you guys all the time, compete against yourself, don't compete against each other, right? To a degree. Now that can be more subjective when you're talking about PvP game modes, but in terms of PvE game modes, yeah, definitely. Compete against yourself, don't compete against nobody else. For several reasons, not the least of which is monetary concerns in terms of mobile gaming and this sort of stuff, right? Okay, cool. But I really try to come with either content that's going to get the community excited. You know what I mean? Because it's enough of those. Well, this is how good the character is, how bad the character is, and all of this stuff. And what we really need to be talking about is what these characters could be, should be, and this sort of stuff. You know what I mean? To a degree. Because part of it is making them want to do more. And Lord knows we've gotten plenty of those updates. You know what I mean? Should Hulk be better than he is? Yeah, he should be. You know? If they're gonna make him PvE, make him full on PvE. You know, don't shortchange him. Let's see. Known issues for July. Now this I'm kind of finding problematic. You know, I know as well as you guys know. Give me 1 second. There we go. I know as well as you guys know the issues that we have with certain game modes, right? Getting booted from GBR, being not the least of which, right? Let's see if I can do it. Nope, I can't. There. But yeah, not the least of which is, getting booted from GBR and this sort of stuff. Or a game crashes in PvP, right? But for months now, you know, and really, more than that. After the July update, we found and are aware of some issues that may unintentionally cause inconvenience during gameplay. Please refer to the details below. We will do our best to fix yada yada yada. July update known issues, right? Issues to be fixed during the next update. Issues under current investigation. An issue where I'm so sick of saying issues, certain agents are unable to purchase specific items in the web shop. So they're worried about web shop shit. You know what I mean? That gets their attention, right? But then the same old shit about portrait information, same old shit about cameras being abnormally fixed and World Boss and all of this shit still going on. An issue where a selected pop-up remains open, right? That one's been going on for a while. And then this one, an issue where some mission conditions for the brand new day mission event. Okay, so that's event-based stuff. What about all of these other issues that go on during the game? I'm sure that certain characters are probably bugged and not working quite as intended or correctly. I don't think anybody's necessarily found anything to confirm that in a while. But yeah. I mean, bro, y'all gotta do a little bit better. I'm just saying. And then if you go to the bug reports page, right, you see shit over here all the time that's never reported on the known issues pages anymore. Missing hero uniform, ticket pulls, wrong answers in trivia, this sounds like something that's going on more so with your device. Oh no, this is more than one person reporting this. Like the game going into sleep mode. Wow, that's weird. And that was pretty recent actually. The end of July. Unable to claim brand new day coupon. So that's more web shop shit. Suspicious account. Autoplay bug, settings bug, VPad bug since update. Could be a device issue. Dispatch crashing. Yeah, so just a lot of different stuff. Game keeps loading, won't open. Keeps loading, won't open. So that looks like right after the update. So yeah, and I mean, I check on this stuff from time to time, but I always find it interesting that, as much stuff that is clearly reported really never gets addressed. Now, I haven't seen any like character specific game breaking type bugs like when they first did Hulk's final damage on his tier 3 skill, right? Or Black Bolt when his uniform dropped. I haven't seen anything like that in a while. But if it was, I would not be surprised. I'm gonna go grab me something to drink right quick. I will come back. I will catch up on the chat, and I will be right back. And yeah, you can open that mythic right after this, right after these two runs, Bubba. Give me 1 second. All right, we are back. So I got an idea I kind of want to float out there, and it's kind of based on something else that me and Trees 817 been talking about for a minute now. And that's the fact that he uses this phrase, right? Open these characters up. Meaning, what if every character in the game was viable for all game modes? Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter how, PvP, PvE. Would it be good for the game? Would it be bad for the game? Would it be too much? Now, I will say this in terms of balancing, the track record kind of shows that they can't balance the characters that they are divvying up over there. So there is that. But as a concept, though, think is very sound if the balancing were correct. And the worry is more so not really with, or I'll say this, if you open it up to the aspect of at least all the characters being viable for PvE, not necessarily PvP, I could go for that. I think that's the balancing that the game is missing. Every character in the game, I think, should at least be able to do the first 10 to 20 stages of every world boss, right? Now, mileage should vary based on, let's go ahead and do this joint right here, right quick, and then we will come back in tier 4. My guy Adam Warlock. And open. So you saying open it up? Which way? PvP, PvE, or just all the way around? Yeah, we can look at that actually 3 ways. Should every character be able to compete in PvE? Should every character be able to compete in PvP? Or should every character be able to compete in both? Like, I would argue the latter, that more characters should be able to compete in PvE, and we save PvP for more for characters that actually make sense. The question kind of becomes who decides that, right? So that's where it gets a little sticky. I mean, because you'll have folks in the camp of, well, Odin and Thor should be viable for PvP, right? And I could definitely see the merit in that. You know what I mean? So how do you draw that criteria, right? Open it up all the way and let the game evolve. That is an interesting take. And not one that either of us have really had, by the way. Or at least myself, you know what I mean? Now maybe that's what Jack was getting at. Now, I'll tell you my fear, right? And it is kind of why we're in the mess that we're in. Okay, if you go to a character like, and I forget who the first character was with all of this shit. probably Jean Grey, right? But when you start to give characters, and matter of fact, we'll go back to Jean Grey. Because this right here, if you just go with her base kit, okay, she had this ridiculous ass heal already. All right. She already had a revive with her 4-star passive. I think she might have been one of the first characters in the game with a revive. It was either her or Dormammu or one of them, right? Maybe Corvus when the Black Order came. But yeah, when you start to give characters more and more powerful skills, right? Now, mind you, there's time freeze here, right? Which was huge then because you didn't have a lot of debuff removal. I don't think, yeah, she did have debuff removal as part of her kit. So she could time freeze you, but you couldn't time freeze her back. So the only way to keep yourself safe was to hide in an iframe, right? So you notice there's no iframe ignoring any of her skills. Maybe the tier 3 has it, but the rest, and it's not shown if it does, but the rest of the skills do not have iframe ignore. Then that sort of became a thing. The other thing that she didn't have as part of her kit natively was guard break immunity, right? So there were certain situations that you could create. Now, the issue these days is, I think, they've let things get so far out of hand with things like iframe ignore, super guard break penetration, all of these added extra fucking effects, right? Designed to make the character stronger than they were. Power creep. My question would be, when does it end? Right? Because that's kind of that's kind of the situation, right? And I tell him all the time, we both fans of Afro Samurai, right? There can only be one number one headband. So you have to kind of balance that against how strong you can make these characters. I think adding the ban list in is a good way to do that. But then I also think there shouldn't be as big of a gap between non-native characters and native tier 2, native tier 3. I think that gap should be much, much, much closer. And the only way that they can really do that is to elevate the power of non-native characters and native tier 2s to close that gap on some of those native tier 3s. And then when they drop them, not make them as powerful as they have been in the past. I know it kind of sucks, but yes, should they have some sort of inherent advantage? Yes, but should it be the Grand fucking Canyon? Nah, bro. No. You can't have healthy competition that way. So the only thing that I can think of is to give the non-native characters something that the native characters don't have, right? Now, what that something is, I don't know. I mean, because they've already thrown the proverbial kitchen sink at all of the native tier 2, native tier 3s, right? Damage reduction, pierce damage reduction. Maybe they start giving them maybe they start giving them a boatload of this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they come out with its antithesis and give them both. Non-enemy boss damage decrease, non-enemy boss damage increase. I don't know. They would have to do something specialized to them, right? To give them some sort of leg to stand on. And they would have to be careful in making things like that really difficult to be applied to native characters, right? Or maybe they go with something else. Who knows? But let's go ahead and tier 4. My boy, we done held this off long enough. Do we want a tier 4 Adam Warlock? Yes, we do. Got the whole world. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Do we want to shine? Of course we want to shine. We got to shine with this one. That's a long time coming. And finally out of the way. Of course, Wolverine. Everybody gets Wolverine these days. And we can slide my guy out of the way. Another native tier 2 out of the way. Tier forward. Complete. Yes, sir. So, he is actually debuffed in Otherworld battle. So let's go ahead and jump into some team battle arena. We can definitely throw my guy on a team with somebody. Ooh. So he would need the discount as well. No, because that would still just be 20. Okay. Let's see if we can find them a proper support. Since Jeff isn't an option. Oh wow, America Chavez is not an option either. I could use Kahori. Yeah, Samurai isn't an option and only useful for one of them anyway. She does have a lib now. It only applies to mutants though. $65.30, but you give up the debuff removal. I don't think that's worth it. We'll see how that works. That might be a pretty formidable squad, actually. Okay. Let's see if they can't take out Null. We'll use Wolverine for gore. We'll let Sentry bring up the rear. Yeah, because my Kang should be able to handle that other Kang team. I don't want to get too fancy with it. Oh, that Sentry hiding up there. Okay. Oh, this is not looking good. Wow. What's this guy got? Brilliance? I was gonna say, come on now. A 50%. Come on, Wolverine. Not able to pull it off. I think that guy was rocking a bunch of brilliant comps. Yeah, we'll use this for the Wolverine. We'll see if that can take out. No. We'll use that for the Wolverine. That's probably Gore hiding behind there. We'll flip that. Nice. He having trouble with Hella. We should be all right. He hit a bounce back. Yeah, I'm gonna be hot. I was gonna say I'm gonna be hot if we lose that one. Okay. Oh, all right. I can go for that. Yeah, trigger that artifact off rip and get him out of the way. Can we get a clean sweep? Ooh. Oh, wow. White Fox was, Black Cat was lasting a while. And Adam comes through with the victory, brand new, out the gate. Just cracked it, man. Say, we just popped a tier 4 on this dude, man. And he already coming out paying dividends. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm so glad I got him over Gore. That significantly bolsters my PvP roster in a meaningful way. Yeah, we definitely got to do that. And then, what else? Yeah, we'll see about this. Hopefully, it's easy pickings. Okay. So it was not just a matchup thing. Oh yeah, he's definitely got a brilliant. The 90 Clash proc. It's fucking ridiculous. $50 Clash proc. Cap, can you pull it off? Oh, bro. Just could not get through all of that wall and all of that shit. Mm-mm. Yeah, Adam is not really getting a chance to stretch his legs here. And we'll see if Adam and we'll see if they can pull that off against Kang. That would be a nice upset. We'll throw Wolverine at that Gore team again. Sentry versus Sentry, of course. Am I, you know what? Let me see something. 'Cause if I'm hunting sentries specifically with this team, she may not be the best. Damn it! I can't slot Colossus in there with her though. Yeah, because he's using 30. Damn it. Well, let's make this tweak instead. Damn it. No. She's not even available. Okay. So no baby Colossus and Mantis. What about Kahori? That would actually work better for here. Yeah. And still got to get you figured out. Debuff removal for Thunderbolts allies. Damage to superhero, damage to supervillain. I don't think that's very far off from what I'm getting from here, though. Yeah, damage from superhero, damage to supervillain. Ignore dodge rate. And then he doesn't have the leadership. So, yeah. Losing the debuff removal just is not an option. So, and I do believe This guy has an artifact. Nope. Nope. And he doesn't have a CTP either. Ah, well, we'll see. Kang team really didn't change. I'm either losing in 3 or winning in 4 or 3 or something like that. So ooh. Kahori is definitely making up a little bit of ground for me here. Ooh. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay, will Wolverine be able to pull this off? He gets the first life, but he's already been triggered, so probably not. Yep. The Mythic Rift is open. Okay. I'll be over there right after this then. I think this is my last fight here anyway. Okay, I got one more. We'll go ahead and jump in the rift while it's open. Oh. Okay. That must have been a while ago. I think I'm maxed out on him today anyway, so. I hit 1 before the stream and then 2 during, so. Yeah, caught me a straggler. Oh yeah, I'm just missing that card. 48 is what I'm rocking with. So yeah, we got a few re-rolls if I want to get frisky with cards. I also got a couple of okay. Marvelous Jackass. Hit him with the yes sir. With the brand new day mythic joint. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, yeah, we waiting on boost points, so we'll get this other team battle arena situation taken care of. We'll see if we can't take out Wolverine with this Madeline team. That'll be another good test. Ooh. Okay, we got him triggered, but now we got a last. And we do. Yo. That was strong. I can't even lie. Maybe that was a cooldown situation, perhaps. I don't know. Doesn't seem like Wolverine was quite able to get back to that fifth skill. Kang, can you pull it off against Adam? Oh, he's got his res? Yo. Yo, that is clutch. That is actually clutch. Clutch Cobra. Yeah, I was actually thinking about using another one of these things. Because I still got 3 of them left. I think using 3 of them on support characters would probably make a lot of sense. It would definitely help me expedite that whole process. What the hell is Scorpion? This is actually nuts that this dude is not here. I don't even know how else to separate it out. Shit. What the fuck are you, bruh? And there he is right there. Speed type. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was speed or blast. Um, let's see. Let's go type. Let's go speed. Yeah, he's just not in here. For some odd ass fucking reason. If I buy the uniform and he pops the fuck up in there, I'm gonna be pissed. Does he not have the Sinister Six tag? He doesn't. He has poison, durability, pure evil. That's so damn dumb. He never had it. Yeah, 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 yeah. He's not available in here anyway. I don't know why. So there's a bug for you right there. The hell is this? All right. Sure, why not? Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, we won't be doing this one again. But my guy Rhino actually got him a victory under his belt that wasn't in Shadowland. In content that qualifies as mythic. Who knew? He actually got in here without getting choked. My guy Sandman out here building houses. Okay, this is one star. This should be relatively easy. My guy Rhino was over there handling Venom by his damn self. I ain't mad at you, my guy. She took a few to the chin. All right, Rhino. Let him know you been uniform worthy. Rhino memes from back in the day. Now he's finally getting justice. Hopefully. Hopefully he's not trash or just another support character. Like, hopefully he has some sort of viability somewhere. Like, it's one of those Kid Omega situations, right? Kid Omega is good. He's got decent DPS, but is he top tier, right? And I think the distinction between that is really becoming pretty huge across the board as well, right? Because when you consider, ever since they unlocked that second CTP slot, right? That sort of shifted the value on a lot of characters too. You know, why am I going to build two characters when I can build one character, spend an extra 1,000 crystals, slap a CTP on them where they're viable for PvE and PvP? Or slap a rage and a competition on them, let's say, and have them go both ways in ABX, ABL, or whatever. And World Boss, GBR, and all of this stuff, right? Show there's a whole lot of shops over here. Okay, time to pull you. Here, we'll do this. Throw the Sinister Six out there, truly. We didn't even bring Doc out. But it's cool though, because he's. Is he the only member of the Sinister Six to have a tier 4 right now? Sandman. They did just give one to Sandman. Yeah, I think it's just him too. Okay, that's a nice pickup. Red is good. Okay, just a couple of chests. All right, let's keep it pushing. as well bring my guys in here and dust them off. Let them shine. And it really sucks too. They should have gave every single one of the members of the Sinister Six the same skill if they weren't gonna tier 3 them. But instead they got some with the juice and some without. They should have all got Doc Ock's awakening skill. I think they gave it to Electro. I'm not sure if that's what they gave Sandman. I know they didn't give it to Craven. They gave Craven something completely different. Let's take a step back from that bullshit red question mark and keep it pushing. Use them on supports. Use what on supports? Yeah, I mean, I gotta let these guys shine somewhere. You know what I mean? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah, because we gotta clear out this corner. And mess around and be a whole boss sitting over there. And I've been done ran all over the map looking for this Joker. And it'd be fucking hilarious if it's actually there. And it's not. Okay. But I triggered their trap card, so I gotta go to fucking her and whoop ass. I actually been roaming pretty much unimpeded. So yeah. here. Take the short way through. I think all three of these guys have a heal, so we should be all right. Shouldn't these guys be more susceptible to electro since they're machine tag? Right. Now we can get back on track. Y'all are all lightweight, so Sinister 6 it is. I think I might change the team up after this, though. Oh, wow. What the hell is this? Hold on, I gotta get through this. All these damn question marks. It's like, wait a damn minute. Who the hell is in the house? The Riddler? Yeah, I've been saying I was gonna switch it up. Trying to think of who I'm gonna throw in there. Probably Juggernaut. Probably Sabretooth again. Yeah. Another damn question mark. All right. What's all jugs up in here? Let's roll. Oh, and he's that type advantage. right. Hit them with a fresh pickup. Oh, I got Vulture. I thought I brought that's cool. Vulture's cool. I thought I brought Mysterio. Big difference there, but it is what it is. Nice. What the hell is where Crossbones get out his chin from? That's what I want to know. Where did Crossbones get out his chin from? He done grew him a nice long beard. Yeah, let's run that back. Let's see who wins, brute strength or technology. Brute strength wins. Y'all are just littering the grounds with all types of goodies and ooh, 3-star artifact, nice. Yeah, you can give me all those. That's all I want. Oh, well, I'll take that. All right, got to do it again. Okay, there is one boss located. guess that's my best team. Oh Lord, New Hope. One down, two to go. All right. Nice. T for a discount. Use it on the supports. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was really giving that some consideration. It's either that or the Fantastic Four. It's one of the two. About to switch this team up since I don't have to bring the heavy hitters. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Tree Awaken skills. Yeah, I don't got no time for the mystery meat. question mark. Oh shit. Here we go with this shit again. Question mark. Frick. Question markville. Questionville. There we go. Let me add the Kona just a little bit. Take a little bit of the pressure off. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to bring Atom content right now more than what I've already have. So, but as soon as this guy is debuffed or removed from the debuff list, we'll be able to get in there. He was just on not on there, so he kind of went on there this week, unfortunately. So we were like a week late. So we'll try to get through this so we can pick up a guaranteed at least 3-star artifact. Hopefully we get like a 4 or 5 or a 6. Actually, I think this only goes up to like 4 or 5, something like that. I don't think it goes all the way up to 6 in here, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's an event, right? If it doesn't go up to 6, of course. If it does, it's a moot point, but yeah, let's see. Got 3s, got 4s. Yeah, it goes up to 4. So they should really revamp this thing to where it goes all the way up to, this should be better than what we're able to get from the regular daily farm, right? Otherwise, what's the point? Like, oh, guaranteed 3-star, guaranteed 4-star. You can double up if you drop crystals. Where are the fucking 5s and 6s then? You know what I mean? That's what should be in here. Honestly, it doesn't come up that often, and you would get a much higher return rate in terms of player turnout if you had five and sixes in this thing, guaranteed. You know what I mean? If they want to throw fours in here, fine, but they should take the threes out, like completely. And they don't need to rework it in a way where they throw the one, two, and three star shit artifacts in there either. I don't give a damn if they give you like fucking 100 of them. Well, I don't know. A certain number would be attractive after a while because it would, you know, make it to where you could get more than one artifact, right? So that would be a little different sort of story. Ooh, 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 these guys. Gotta get them out of there. He has no healing. He can't handle the pressure. All right. Let's go with my heavy hitters. Yes, I know Apocalypse doesn't buff anybody except himself. Grab some Celestial Essence and some BAM. Let's go ahead and mop this. And we'll come up that side so we know we don't miss nothing. I have to go all the way back over there. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and knock this one off as well. Yeah, there was no rhyme or reason to any of this team selection right here. I can tell you that. And I don't mean just these three guys. I mean the complete team collection. Another artifact, nice. Y'all gonna make me fight my way all the way up there, ain't you? I can't believe I didn't. I missed that. Okay, so we'll plow through. We'll make a right, and we'll come back down the path that we made, and that should catch us back up. And we should have enough temporal energy to do the thing. It's just getting through all of these fights, and they keep dropping one after the other after the other. And rather than double back, because I'll have to cut through those back-to-back shops. And dig my way back out of that corner. Did I just not get them because they were gray or something? Yeah. I could cut my way all the way across into the dip and then work my way down that way. We'll go over one more and then we'll head north. Yeah, they starting to throw a little bit of beef out there. Nothing. Nice. Able to cover a little bit of ground right there. Nice. too far north. Okay, I didn't think it was anything. All right, let's pick this up. This will be a nice pickup, actually. By it being 3-star and all. Okay, so nothing. Nice. Let's not go too far south. Go ahead and cut across and then bring it down. Should go pretty quick. Unless we start running into some 4-star, 5-star stuff. All right. Just wanted to reveal the color of that shaded square up there. So we're about to head back south. but they can use Scorpion. I can't use Scorpion, but they can use them. Ain't that about a bitch? Alright. Now we can double back again, head south, and hopefully run into the boss. Of course, we're taking the perk. Thought we had a little bit of a highway right there for a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, that's what happened. I switched back. I was wondering why it ended with Apocalypse. All right, let's pick up. Sure, because we can use the BAM. Because I have been tier 3ing a considerable amount of characters. And not just tier 3ing, but awakening as well. So believe it or not, the BAM is in short supply. Trying to knock all of these guys off the map as far as tier 3 and awakened characters. But we still got a ways to go. Hit him with the fadeaway. Okay, I whittled that down considerably, actually. Hit the highway then, youngster. Head north two and then east. That man talking shit while he hitting you with the end screen. Yeah, you got the shit talking box. That's sick. What do you tell him? Survival of the fittest or some shit like that? All right. So the 4 is live framing noise. That's what I was wondering. Uh, we know where it's at now. I was hoping they wasn't gonna make me search every fucking square for this shit, but they made me search every fucking square for this shit. Man, it's been a while since I've actually had to do that. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Sabertooth, you finally got yourself a meaningful victory. Yeah, we'll go do this one. We'll find another store so we can spend up. Yeah, that wasn't shit. Hey, that works. Found the closest store. Too bad it's fuck all in there. Yeah, we'll go around. definitely worth it. Uh, Try one of the lesser shops. Still bullshit. Okay, that works. I can live with that. I can live with leaving 17 on the table. Cool. And an additional inch, 2,500. Oh no. Three-star surfer. Something we already got. A better version of. So all of that for a three-star throwaway. This is why nobody plays that fucking game mode whenever it pops up. I mean, a guarantee on a 4-star at minimum, like, kind of sucks, but okay. And when it first came out, 3-star was fine. But in 2026, with dispatch farming being what it is, and really being able to get in there, and I mean, look at this. Right, that's barely anything. Like 320 is it's okay, but for all of that effort, I mean, in the same time that I ran those all them damn fights, I could have run um yeah, in the same time that I run them fights, I could have run a whole damn um I could have run a whole damn rift. I could have run 3 rifts and got like fucking 2, 3, 4,000 essence, right? And get action at 5 and 6-star artifacts. So I don't know. Anyway, y'all like, comment, share, sub. Let me know what y'all think down below. We gonna go on and get up out of here. It's been a pleasure hanging out once again, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,